All right, what's happening, guys? So, today we are showing something very cool. In this box, I have a one of one custom made ROG 5090 Astral Waterblock made by the legend of Modding Cafe himself. Based in Vietnam, so not easy to get these when you're in Europe or the States. I was very lucky to get one block from him back last year when I was traveling through Vietnam. And then this time I met him at Computex in Taipei, Taiwan last week, and was able to pick this block up as well as one more that we'll show very shortly. But let's look at this custom made ROG Astral 5090 water block, one of one as far as I know. I don't think he's made any others so far. So in here, initially we have some screws, some thermal pads, excellent, just made for this. And then here we have the block. So as you can see, this is just foam in a box. I brought this back. Thankfully, Customs didn't have anything to say about this. So just look at that. This is absolutely stunning, absolutely beautiful, I say. And it looks just phenomenal and will probably perform just as well too. So for here's the back plate, and then for ports, we have two ports up top. If you want a more traditional layout, then we have two ports on the end, and more importantly, for what I'm thinking of doing with it, two ports in the back. So the ROG Astral, definitely not easy to find anywhere in the world at this point. Maybe only in Taiwan. There were a ton there, but it's not easy to come by. It's super expensive. This is going to be for a client build, and we managed to find an Astral. We ordered it day one when they were released. It just came 1 week before I went to Taiwan, so I'll be unboxing that for my client very soon. Sort of looking at it and also fitting it into the water block prematurely. After the unboxing and that, it's going to sit on a shelf for a couple months because we are actually waiting on ASUS to release the X870E Hero BTF board. So you might be, familiar with Modding Cafe's work, and if you are, you'll know that there's a theme here. So what he does is stealth, okay? And if you're not familiar with his CPU water blocks, he actually really became very well known about a year and a half ago when he first started releasing these blocks. So these are the stealth tubing water blocks. This specific one is one he made for me and the one I picked up in Vietnam last year. He made it so we have Liquify Mods and Modding Cafe here. And this is for the 1700 platform, so Intel. Now, this does use an Optimus water cooling cold plate. And then in the back, everything else is machined by Modding Cafe himself. So he does the distro part up front and then the distribution, let's say, well, a distro block is a distribution plate, but the distribution block in the back as well. So for anyone who doesn't know how these blocks work, this is a very cool and innovative design made by Modding Cafe himself and developed by him, where these screws that pass through the motherboard actually also carry fluid, so they're hollowed out and they carry fluid from the front to the back of the motherboard. So the in is here, as you can see, it's clearly marked, and then the out is over here or any of these ports, right? So you have three options on each side, and you can, so the water comes in over here, comes through these two tubes on this side, goes into the cold plate through the little flow indicator there, cools the CPU, and then through these two holes back here, travels back behind the motherboard and out these three holes. Okay, so any one you're using. And that means you get a super clean look on the front where there are no tubes visible. All right, so you can still see the fluid in there. You can see the flow indicator, which is awesome, but no actual tubes on the front. So my client saw this block that Modding Cafe had made for me personally, and he was like, I need one as well. So I told Modding Cafe a little before Computex that I need an AM5 block and that I am going to also need an Astral block. And besides this amazing Astral block, just look at what he made for us. So this is the new block. It's bigger, better, looks better, basically all around insane. And this one is with an anchor inside because we're doing a nautical theme for the build. So this is just stunning. It comes with interchangeable colored plates here from CNC machined aluminum, which we have one silver or sandblasted silver and one shiny gold. Probably we'll go with the silver, but we'll see. It has magnets in here to easily secure in place, or you can use glue or whatever you want. And then just look at this quality. So as you can see, this new block is more transparent all over and has a lot more volume. So much bigger, much thicker, a bigger boy than the last one, right? But that is because we've added this top, well, not we, Modding Cafe has added this top diamond that essentially encloses whatever you want. So that is just super cool. He's done a ton of these builds. If you check out his social page, which I'll link down below, he has one including sort of precious gemstones. He's done one with Omni from Asus. So he has actually done a lot of variations of this. And I asked for a nautical theme, so he very graciously included this awesome CNC machine to anchor in there. So very cool. This is an AM5 block, as I said. Same principle as the other one. Water travels through here. Again, Optimus cold plate, so you know performance will be top notch. And the water travels through these screws that go through the motherboard and just comes out the back. So we have the in on this side and the out on that side. So that's awesome. Again, we also have a little flow indicator there. I'm not sure if you can see. I think you can. And yeah, fluid will be able to be visible from any angle. So that will be super cool and good looking as well. So these two are going to pair very nicely. They're going to go into the Corsair 1000D. We are doing quite a big build, and as you can see, since these are stealth, and we will also be using the back ports on the Astral block, we will be covering almost all of the 1000D in distro plates made by George. So No Reason Customs here in Greece. He has worked with me on almost all of my builds. So we will absolutely be doing something very unique for this build. Hopefully it turns out as amazing as we've envisioned, but we'll have to wait and see. As I said, we are still waiting for Q3 for Asus to release the BTF Hero motherboard for AM5. And then besides that, the specs will be probably well, not probably, we already have that. So it's the 9950X3D from AMD. We will have 64 gigabytes of G.Skill RAM running 6000 C30 or 28. We'll see what we can get. These new boards have absolutely insane RAM capabilities, so that'll be great. And then what else am I missing? It will be the AX 1600 power supply from Corsair to go nicely with that case. There will be a ton of water cool stuff, so heat killer stuff in the build. All four 480 radiators that are going to be in there are from Heat Killer. And then we have Corsair fans just to fill out the Corsair theme. And I think mostly Samsung SSDs, but we'll have to wait for that. We haven't actually got them yet. So we'll see what we'll do with those. So thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great day from me, and I'll see you soon with more details on this 1000D build, as well as a lot of other projects that are coming soon that are actually pretty insane. So yeah, stay tuned. Let me know what you want to see. If you want me to explain something some more, absolutely post a comment down below and let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Cheers. Bye.